getting paid for this, right? Hi, I'm Gilbert Carrizales, and I make trance music.
Hello, electro and trance music fans out there. I have here Gilbert Carrizales, and we'll be interviewing him today. How you doing, Gilbert?
I'm doing just fine, man. Thanks.
Alright, that's good, man. So, like, a lot of fans are curious. So, during your music life, how and when did you discover electro music?
I discovered electronic music through my mother, actually. And again, I mentioned it in the previous interviews. My mother was the one who introduced me. She bought a CD that contained several artists back in the day, like DJ K. Seeley, Paul Van Dyke. I think Delirium was a part of it too, and she started playing it in her car. I remember listening to it on my way to school, and I became interested in it since then.
Alright, so what is electric and trance music to you?
Electronic and trance music to me is, I'm glad you asked that, because there's a lot of confusion about what it is and what's not. First off, trance is a part of the category electronic music, and electronic music has the genres such as techno, dubstep, drum and bass, hardstyle, house, tech house, all that stuff. And trance is actually, from what I understand, trance uses more realistic instruments as opposed to, say, techno. Techno uses a little bit more repetitive bass line, a repetitive melody, repetitive drum bass, all that stuff. Trance uses instruments like toms, different kinds of synths. The melodies and the chords are a bit more constructive. For example, this is a typical trance synth, something like this. That's a typical trance synth.
Okay, so like, do you play any gigs or shows? Like, if so, have you done it with anybody famous?
Yes and yes. I actually, my most recent gig actually was playing. Well, my most recent big gig was playing at Club Rio when Paul Van Dyke came into town. This is last year in March, and he came down and he did a show there. I was lucky enough to open up, and it was a really interesting night. And by open up, I mean I opened the show. I didn't open for him. My good friend DJ Schwan was the one who opened it for Paul Van Dyke. But yes, I do shows. I actually, as most of you already know, I perform live with keyboards, synths. Basically, what you see here, right there, that consists of my live set. You know, just playing the keyboard. I can play this as well. You know, and this would also be used. I'm not sure if you can see this. That MIDI controller can be used to, control various aspects of my music, like the background music, the MIDI controller, MIDI keyboard, Axiom, all that stuff. So yeah, I don't DJ. Yeah, I used to DJ when I was 14, stopped when I was 17, and I got into performing live when I was 17 again, and ever since then I've been doing it, and it definitely it has made a big impact, and it's different. It's more fun.
Alright, so for all the fans out there, you got any tips or advice on the beginning producers?
Yeah. I think, well, what worked for me was that I found, I met up with a guy. He's a real good friend of mine. In fact, he helped me you know, he took me through the steps, you know, of working with Cubase, which is the program that I use right now. He took me through the steps, you know, through all those, you know, freaky and dramatic moments. Because I mean, when I first got a hold of Cubase, I had no idea what was going on. I mean, I did not know what a MIDI track was. You know, I didn't know any of that. But the man with the plan, Clint Kingsbury, and he's the guy who I met up with. He taught me the fundamentals of Cubase, and it definitely opened up. You know, it widened my variety of ideas, and for one, Cubase it's much as a tool. Cubase is definitely, you know, it's high quality. I'd say hook up with someone who knows what they're doing, who has experience in making music, and you know, learn from them and get tips and start working on your own. Listen to a lot of artists, because that's going to help you out. It worked for me. You know, just listen to a good amount of artists, try to find your own style, find a particular style that fits you, and just start working with it. You know, spend a lot of time in experimenting, and you know, you'll find your own style.
Now let's get to his personal life. All right, Gilbert, so what is your favorite food and beverage?
Tacos. I'm a big fan of tacos, and I absolutely love tacos.
All right, so what are your favorite hobbies? What do you do? Any like physical activities besides just being on the computer all day?
Yes, actually I do. Aside from my music, I do a lot of physical activity. I work out, I play basketball. I haven't played basketball in a while, but I do play basketball. But mostly I dance, and I actually dance in a crew called Squad 7 here in San Antonio. It's a dance crew that formed out of my school. It's to clarify that up. The school that I go to, there's a dance crew, or there's a dance club in there. But those of us who are in that club, we took that we took ourselves and we formed a crew out of that club that goes to all the dance events here in San Antonio, that goes to dance with other dance crews, etc., etc. But I think aside from my music, that consists of the other half of my life is being a dancer. All
right, so what is your favorite color?
My favorite color, actually my overall favorite color, technically and scientifically speaking, it's not a color, it's a shade, but black.
Black?
Yeah.
All right, for all the ladies out there, so how's the love life? Are you a fan of Valentine's Day?
I'm not really a fan of Valentine's Day. I mean, I'll participate in it if I get the chance. But love life, it's so-so. You know, just like everyone else, I'm keeping my eyes open for opportunities, for potentials. Oh, this? Oh, this is it's an old gift in high school. It was for Valentine's Day. It was our first Valentine. And that's all you need to know. All right.
Do you drink or smoke?
No and no.
All right, but last but not least, I have a question from a student at Northwest Vista College. Do you sing in the shower? I'm not gonna say any names there, but it's like.
Oh really? Sometimes. Only if I'm in a really, really good mood. And if I do sing in the shower, I sing a bunch of System of a Down music. No, I'm just kidding. But I do every now and then sing in the shower. So yeah.
Alrighty, folks, we have here Gilbert Gonzalez, so we are good to go. So, is there any final shout-outs you want to give out, Gilbert?
A shout-out to all the people who are really making a difference in the music scene.